Who says F1 is predictable? After Oscar Piastri dominated sprint qualifying yesterday, he then was unable to win the sprint race because Max Verstappen, with that high top speed, overtook Piastri at the start and then was too quick in the straight line for Piastri to get back past him. So the Laurent Mekies era at Red Bull started with a victory in the sprint earlier today, but then we went back into qualifying when teams changed their setups because of wet weather forecasts for Sunday. And it was still McLaren dominant, but this time Lando Norris turned the script on its head and beat Piastri to pole position. Now, Piastri was disappointed, saying he made some mistakes and thinks he left the time out there and just didn't execute well enough. But for Norris, he was saying, I wasn't that worried after yesterday. 3/10 of that gap was just a toe, and a couple of little mistakes I made is why it looked so big round here. But I had full confidence coming into qualifying that I could get the job done. And it just shows that all three of them have got immense confidence at the right times and are all capable of great performances. And you can't tell who's going to get it right on any given day. Verstappen's going to be tough to get into the fight in the Grand Prix on Sunday, it looks like, because he's qualified fourth for that one. Charles Leclerc just pipped him in qualifying right at the end because Verstappen made a mistake at the start of his lap. He wasn't happy with the tyre preparations that he had, and he couldn't put the lap together at the end of Q3. But as we've seen, you don't always want to be starting on pole position here at Spa because of the slipstream you can get up to Les Combes through Eau Rouge and Raidillon and along the Camel Straight. It's a great sight watching the cars thunder up there on the opening lap, but it can be tough for the pole sitter to hold on. So Norris won't be sleeping easy tonight, not only because of that threat, but also with the weather forecast. It looks like we'll have a lot of rain in the morning, should ease up in the afternoon, could get some heavy showers, but we should be good to get a race in. But it will be challenging, could be chaotic if you're getting a drying track in there as well. That could open up some more opportunities for some of the midfield teams. Alex Albon really well placed, going from fifth as well, with the way he qualified, did a great job today. And that's because the door was opened by a couple stumbling. Once again, Kimi Antonelli failing to get out of Q1. He's having a tough weekend in the Mercedes. But Lewis Hamilton also dropped out in Q1, again, having had the same problem yesterday. And that was because he exceeded track limits up at the top of Raidillon, just basically cut the corner slightly. It was marginal, but he did go with all four tyres off the track, and that meant his lap time was deleted. It dropped him out when he would have been comfortably through into Q2. A lot of work for him to do tomorrow as well, but he'll want some of that rain because it will mix things up, and it will mean that all bets are off. It should be a Spa classic.